Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here on this Thursday for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. The Centers for Disease Control reports drug overdose deaths in the U.S. went down 3% last year. It's only the second drop in 3 decades, but the number still tops 100,000. Local organizations say the decrease could come from more education initiatives on substance abuse and more accessibility to Narcan.
However, they say that some are using Narcan as a preventative measure when it should be used in reaction to an overdose.
The reduction in overdoses is a direct result of the availability of Narcan and not a decrease in the usage of illegal drugs. We're saving more people temporarily. But just because someone becomes instantly sober from the use of Narcan doesn't mean they live a clean life after that.
The local groups explain the importance of prevention and keeping an eye out on family members and friends as addiction can be stopped early or become less severe. Well, we have an update to a fire that broke out at the Fayetteville Public Library, which caused more than $1 million in damage.
The library says insurance is covering most of it, but recently the budget had to be adjusted. Here's a breakdown of cost and repairs. To restore the building is $590,000. The deductible for the building is $100,000, and the cost of restoring the library's furniture and office equipment that were damaged in the fire is $450,000. In total, the estimated cost of damages is $1,040,000. Executive Director David Johnson says the library will have to cover the deductible on its own, and they only receive a small amount from the city. However, the majority of the revenue for the library comes from property taxes, which led to a budget adjustment.
Because we have to recognize the revenue, which is the pay that are the checks that come from the insurance agency, get those on the books before we can have expenditures against that. So it's really just an accounting procedure that says we have money coming in from the insurance companies, and those monies will be spent on both the structure and on taking care of the contents.
Johnson says that the repairs are set to be completed during the second week of June. Patrons are allowed to donate on the library's website to help take care of that deductible.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation is now taking public comment on a plan to replace the Mulberry River on Highway 23. That's the Pig Trail Scenic Highway. The bridge was built in Franklin County back in 1935, crossing the river just there past Turner's Bend. The bridge was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2007. RDOT will be accepting feedback through June 17th. The Highway Administration and the Forest Service will be working in cooperation with RDOT on this project as well. All right, we're going to get to more news for you in just a minute, but already seeing some rain today.
Here's Zach with a look at what to expect for the rest of the day.
Yeah, seeing a lot of rain in northwest Arkansas for sure. Scattered shower chances linger as we go through the day. We'll hold on to an isolated scattered shower chance into the afternoon hours. Maybe the first half of the day has the best chance for some scattered activity in eastern Oklahoma and parts of western and northwestern Arkansas. Severe threat, limited overall for the next day to day and a half, because that active pattern continuing for our Thursday night and into Friday. Limited meaning widespread severe weather not expected, but a strong storm or two for your Thursday night and into your Friday just can't be ruled out with the kind of energy that we have in the atmosphere. A gusty wind or a pocket of hail will be our top threats. We'll look for some scattered shower activity to start to redevelop across the area this evening into the overnight. We'll be tracking out the latest trends, but bottom line, isolated to scattered shower chances will certainly be possible Thursday night and Friday.
All right, thanks, Zach. Well, a 96-year-old graduate donned tassels and robes for a college graduation, and it was more than a celebration to him. He says it was a simple way to prove that he's right.
5 News reporter Jose Carranza introduces us to the oldest graduate in the history of Carl Albert State College in Podo, who tells us he graduated for money and a story.
When you meet Ronald Bartlett, you'll find many stories in his 96 years of life. He says being born in 1928 amid the Great Depression wasn't so easy.
We worked or you didn't eat.
Or how his 36 years at Dixie Cup and his wife's CPA experience helped them travel all over in retirement.
We've been everywhere, man. The last 18 years, we focused on Hawaii.
But do you always believe your grandparents' stories? I thought so. That's why Bartlett's family says they always had trouble with this story.
Went to school under that GI Bill, And I never did think anything about it. I was going for money then. They couldn't believe I went to college.
For Bartlett's family, some things just didn't line up. Bartlett attended Carl Albert after serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War.
So I'm actually older than the institution. I'm 5 years older than the Carl Albert Junior College. Evidently, I graduated because I got paid.
Ronald tells us he finished classes in 1959, but there was no paper to prove it. So he and his family made a transcript request.
They hadn't found him for a long time. All I wanted is my transcription to show them. Yeah, so it all turned out wonderful.
From a story being told to a story unfolding, Bartlett has finally received his technology degree with 5 generations as witness.
Join us in congratulating Mr. Ronald Bartlett, who is 96 years of age, is the most elderly statesman in the history of our graduate.
The best feeling in the world, I'd say.
In Poto, covering news where you live,
I'll make hair and wave it around.
Jose Carranza, 5 News.
Well, apart from his years in college, Bartlett says he's proud of his time at Dixie Cup, where he climbed the ranks from a utility worker to mechanic who knew all the machines.
He says that whatever you do in life, do it the best you can and you'll advance. Those are some of your top stories on this Thursday.
Yeah, make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more of the latest news and weather. Have a great day.